3D reconstruction technology is becoming more and more popular these days. Uh, Almost all the AR headsets, like the Apple Vision Pro that you see, 3D reconstruction is a very integral part of the technology that fuels the innovation, that fuels the software behind that particular headset. We've made some videos on 3D reconstruction. We've talked about 3D Gaussian splatting. We've talked about neural radiance fields on the channel in the past. And in this video, I wanted to showcase another demonstration of 3D reconstruction using an app that you can download on your cell phone, on a smartphone, run it and create your own either Gaussian splats or 3D meshes and use those further in your application. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv, and today we're going to talk about Scaniverse. We're going to look into this application and see how this can be used for creating your own 3D environment. Now, before diving into the demo, let's just talk about quick applications for 3D reconstruction. Why is this field so popular? Why is it important? So guys, any of your AR headsets or AR based applications, augmented reality based applications, they require 3D reconstruction. They need to know the environment in 3D for them to be able to augment it, for them to place stuff in the environment, and hence that's where 3D reconstruct comes in. Now there are other applications in other industries. Autonomous driving is a big industry that requires or that makes use of 3D reconstruction. Even architecture is beginning to pick up now. For architecture industry, 3D reconstruction can be used to model or to understand how the rooms in a house, how the building looks like from the inside, and then you can further make modifications using augmented reality to see how things would look like if a certain piece of furniture was placed at position A versus position B. 3D reconstruction is being used for 3D scanning of human beings as well. The other day I went to the gym and I saw they have a camera, a depth camera, and a platform, and you rotate on that platform while the camera captures you to give you a 3D reconstruction of your body, and then it analyzes your pose, your muscle mass, or at least from the 3D model, how your posture is. It tells you your current distribution of weight, and accordingly it is used to assess the workout plan, the best way forward for you to get into shape. Now diving into the demo, so in this demo we're going to showcase you this application named Scaniverse. This can be downloaded on your smartphone, iOS or Android, and this application is made by Niantic Labs. Niantic Labs is the same company that created Pokemon Go. So this particular application essentially is used to create either splats or meshes in 3D. So you can use this application, run it in the environment, capture the environment using your cell phone's camera, and it will give you a Gaussian splat or a mesh depending on what you want for that particular scene. So guys, for this demo we basically just placed a water bottle on a table and took a scan of that. So here on the screen you can see the demo. So once you open the Scaniverse app, you click on the plus icon, and then it gives you the option to either create a splat, that is a Gaussian splat, or you create a mesh. So we chose the mesh option, and when you go into this particular the workflow for creating a mesh, there you can then take a scan of the full environment that you want to scan. So here we move the camera around the water bottle for some time so that the system is able to capture the water bottle from different angles. So guys, for those of you who don't know, the way these 3D technologies usually work in the background, they take images of the object captured from different positions, different camera poses, and then they run a structure from motion algorithm in order to determine the camera pose, and also in order to help in the 3D reconstruction of that particular object. So that's why if you see me taking my phone around and moving it around that water bottle multiple times, so that it has enough data from different camera poses to be able to capture the the water bottle from different angles and has enough information to then create the mesh. And then once you are done, you can select different options. So they have options that use depth fusion based technology and photogrammetry technology. So we just select the option with the highest quality. And once it is done the processing, here on the screen you can see what the mesh looks like, what's the final output like. And it basically gives you a 3D mesh of that particular scene, and it's a textured mesh. So along with the mesh, the 3D mesh, you have the color RGB on top of that. And with the textured mesh, now you can do different things on top of this. First of all, guys, you can export this project, this mesh, as obj file or any other file that can be imported into a CAD software. On top of that, with this mesh, you can perform different applications, such as you can use, for example, you want to measure the dimension of an object, right? For example, in this video, I'm trying to measure the dimension of this water bottle using the 3D scan. So you click the measure button and you can tell it what you want to measure, and it will be able to give you a measurement. Here you see that it's able to give a measurement of 27 centimeter for the water bottle. I did the measurement using a tape measure. You can see on the screen, roughly the measurement came out to 28 centimeter to be exact. So it's pretty close, right? Just using your camera, I did a 3D modeling and was able to give you a good enough representation. And guys, it used only single camera, right? So using one single camera, it was able to uh, resolve the 3D measurements of an object. Now guys, if you are in a setting where maybe you are in a manufacturing environment, you want to scan a part, get a rough CAD for that part, you just got in a part and you're trying to decipher what this part is, or you don't really want to design it from scratch, but you want a rough CAD model for this object, you can use this kind of technology. You have a machine, you want to scan it fully and get some rough measurements of that machine without going in and measuring using a tape measure. You can do like a 3D scan of that particular machine or that particular object, get a 3D model out of it. This model can be used within the CAD softwares, or you can use the application or the files to get a rough measurements for that particular thing. So this is really powerful for quick tests, for quick prototyping. This is something that can be really used in manufacturing environment as well. So now what is the future of this technology? What's going on in 3D reconstruction? So 3D reconstruction, there's tons of research going on in the field, and now along with 3D reconstruction, diffusion models are being used. 3D reconstruction plus diffusion modeling, these two things are being combined to be able to generate 3D objects, to be able to generate 3D shapes. So we've seen a lot of diffusion modeling in images. In 2D space, we've seen tons of stuff, right? OpenAI's models, we've seen DALI. These are able to use diffusion modeling for 2D. However, now more research is coming for 3D to be able to generate 3D data, 3D shapes, and see how great this would be for designers. If today you're an artist, those diffusion models, those generative models are a blessing for you, where you can create things that were never imagined before. With 3D models, if you are a designer, if you are a person in designing, just imagine all the things you can do, wherein using software you could design newer objects, newer shapes, and then finally fine tune or modify them as per your needs. There was a paper from NVIDIA X Cube in this realm. We talked about this in one of our videos, so go check it out if you're interested. And then there's tons of more work coming out on generative models for 3D environments, 3D reconstruction based generative models. That's it for this video, guys. In this video, we've talked about 3D reconstruction. We've talked about how you can generate Gaussian splats or meshes using the Scanniverse app. We've talked about 3D reconstructions, applications in different industries, and how generative modeling can further help with the 3D technology, can further help design. Guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section or feel free to reach out. The contact information is right here. Again, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.